VCR Party Live. VCR Party Live. At the end of the 20th century, a scientist saw a killer comet on its way. He filmed instructions for its destruction over a second-hand VHS tape, but then was hit by a Winnebago. So his assistants Nick and Joe must search every corner of his drone for the cassette that is our only hope. But in the meantime, they'll play the greatest hits they found. VCR Party Live. VCR Party Live. Melinda's.
Well, hello, welcome to VCR Party Live. It's Tuesday night. I'm Joe, that's Nick, and that's Steve, and that's George. And I'm in the office with 11,000 VHS tapes, and we're going to attempt to watch every single one of them today, including this one that arrived at our doorstep. Ryan sent it to us. Look
Paul
at this.
Guadino's head-to-toe workout. Whoa.
Yeah, we don't have this one, do we?
Medicine with music? No, I haven't seen that one before.
It's he and his wife do it. They're a husband-wife team. And look at, there's the whole family right there.
I like my exercise videos to be family affairs.
I do too. Yeah,
personally.
He included his cards. He included some cutouts of him in the newspaper.
Wow.
We will be featuring this very soon on the show.
I feel like we've had another Paul Guadino.
Guadino, yeah, it sounds familiar
Video.
to me too. I wondered if we had that one, but I looked on the shelf. I didn't see anything. But
I feel like this might be a lot of people's first show, so welcome. We have Judith Friedlander on as a guest today, who we found out a few years ago was a big video collector. We were just talking shop with him like we had known him our whole lives. And so we're excited to have him, and we pre-taped it, but we showed him some incredible videos. It was fun to get his insights. But I guess we should probably start off so you can see more about what we do with the Found Footage Festival Classic.
You caught me with my pants down, but no one sells carpet or waterbeds for less.
all right, it's Halloween season. I wanted to play something a little Halloweeny, and the first video that comes to mind when I think of Halloweeny, I think of Jan Terry's Get Down Goblin, which is like a staple of Halloween. We featured a montage of her music videos in Volume 1, I believe, and we love her so much. She's from a suburb of Chicago. She's a singer-songwriter, and she made all these amateur music videos, including this one, Get Down Goblin, which is a total toe tapper.
It's better than the Monster Mash. I'm going to declare that right now.
Get down, Goblin. Get down, Goblin. Get down, Goblin. Get down. Get down, Goblin. Get down, Goblin. Get down, Goblin. Get down. Who's here knocking on my door? Post away and nevermore. Who's here knocking on my door? Post away and nevermore. Dracula, let him in. Now the fun will begin. Whoopee, let him in. Now the fun will begin. Get down, Goblin. Get down, Goblin. Get down, Goblin.
Whoa! He disappeared.
Get down, Goblin. Get down, Goblin. Get down, Goblin. Get down.
Bum, bum, bum,
I'm going to go ahead and say we should start off every single VCR party with Get Down Goblin.
It is. It just sets the mood.
Yeah.
Steve, where do you stand on the issue?
I love it. I tell you, that's one of my favorite songs that we
Tell us about your background, Steve. What the hell is going on there?
Well, Evan Heidzik bought the background, and it is his wife's Pamela's birthday on the 23rd. These two guys are her favorite found footage hunks. I thought it was going to be you, Nick, and you, Joe, but sadly, no. Harvey Sid Fisher, and who did you guys say was the
Playgirl exercise video?
Playgirl.
Yeah,
exercise video.
that's one of the hunks from Playgirl magazine's workout, a hunker size.
No, I'm not insulted by that. I think that they're far hunkier than Nick and I.
Well, I disagree.
What are you covering up though? Is it decent or? Oh, okay.
Oh,
no, I guess it's not decent.
All depends how you score it.
Well, we started off with a bang with Get Down Goblin. And it's actually, I think it's good because we're gearing up for Halloween in more ways than one. We're having the second annual VCR Party / Found Footage Festival costume contest. Last year, we got tons of amazing contests with people that you could dress up as Jan Terry from Get Down Goblin, for example. And we've already gotten a couple of entries. And the deadline is next week before our Halloween show, I believe. But let me just show one we got in from Wayne. So this is, of course, this isn't Wayne, but this is Wayne Brian Meyer, who...
Wayne Brian Meyer?
Well, that's what she calls herself, because this is for those who haven't seen this video, it's a religious man on public access TV talking about diaper advertising, and he takes this thing and rolls it up and throws it in disgust. And here's Wayne Brian Meyer. And it looks like she almost exactly recreated. She added bunion surgery to the list.
Remwazar's up there.
Remwazar.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's fairly close to
well, the penmanship too.
Yes.
The denim.
Yeah, whatever denim's,
yeah.
whatever that stands for. It's
It's uncanny.
He spells lingerie wrong on his. It says longerie conspiracies, I believe.
Yeah, and we've had Wayne on our Quarantine Classic show before, and her personality is exactly like Wayne Brian Myers too.
Yeah, perhaps not, but
no? Okay.
Yeah, but so anyway,
angry.
I will just say the bar's been set high with our first entry. We'll show you a couple more next week, and then the big reveal will be, I believe, on our Halloween webinar. That's the other thing we should talk about, right?
Oh yeah. Get Down Goblin. That's a sneak peek. You're going to see the full Get Down Goblin video in the webinar. Is that going to move some tickets?
I hope so.
Okay.
Well, the webinar is basically a paid live event. We can't do live shows anymore because of the pandemic. So we're doing like almost monthly webinars where I think it's $9 to come watch a live event where you can chat, do interactive game shows. And we're doing one on Friday, October 30th. And it's called Found Footage Festival's Haunted Webinar. You can go to the website on screen
Did you
now.
call it your ticket into this hellhole?
Well, there wasn't room for that much text in the webinar title, but yeah, sure, let's say that.
You just called it the Halloween webinar?
No, Haunted Webinar.
Oh, Haunted Webinar.
Yeah.
Kind of a
I
boring
don't
title.
know that subtitles really help sell a show when you just have a little limited space for.
I think they do. I
Yeah?
think. Well, no, Haunted Webinar sounds really. Yeah.
I think it's a fun idea to have a webinar that's haunted. So,
Okay.
and we have a poster we're going to be revealing after the show tonight.
Let's
as well.
just say it's your ticket into this hellhole.
I will change the name on the webinar.
Okay, thank you.
I just think that might alienate people who have no context for what that means.
Well, they know what like a ticket out of this hellhole is,
Do they?
but this is a ticket into the hellhole. That's
Is
a saying,
your
right?
ticket out of this hellhole? Is that a common saying? George,
Is that-
Steve, weigh in on that.
I'm
I
gonna
don't know.
say yes.
The only media I get is VCR Party and its offshoots, so I would say it's very common.
Right. You're like a Fox News viewer, but just through our related content. It's all
you've-
through that lens.
Yes, the
You've heard of-
catheter ads. Yeah.
Steve, you've heard of that's my ticket out of this hellhole.
Yes,
That's a common
without a doubt.
saying.
I think it's common.
Yes, exactly. Everybody's heard of that.
All
I
right.
don't know that they necessarily make the jump on for the
Getting-
haunted one, but yeah,
Your
Yeah.
ticket into this hellhole that we're experiencing.
I don't know that they're going to make that jump, but yes.
All right. Well, we might not disagree about the agree on the subtitle, but we agree that it's going to be a great show. So join us at foundfootagefest.com. Get your ticket ahead of time. And by the way, last time a few people who registered for our webinar didn't get email confirmation. So if that's the case, email us at info@foundfootagefest. We'll make sure you get it so you don't miss out on it.
All right, we're going to launch into our ravioli section with our Judith Friedlander interview. But first, I want to mention, 3 years ago, we made a pilot with him for True TV with Judith Friedlander. And we talk about it in the interview. But I went looking, I found the pilot. And,
Did you? I was going to say, I
yeah,
haven't seen it since we made it.
I watched it today, and it's really good. You know,
Yeah.
I kind of forgot how good it was.
Yeah, you can kind of get lost in the woods
Exactly.
making it. Yeah.
After we watched the edit after edit, I thought, oh, maybe the show sucks. But I just watched it now. It's a good show. So I'm going to show a couple minutes from it just to wet your whistle for our Judah interview.
We
And,
made this with absolutely Tim and Eric's production company, and there was a lot of good talent behind it, and it was fun.
Yeah, we called it Apocalypse Video, and this is the opening couple minutes.
Hi, I'm Mitch, video store owner, and this is my store. This exclusive video series is my way to impart wisdom to you. A lot of people believe the false narrative that streaming killed the video store. False, untrue, wrong, incorrect, un-American thinking. The video stores that failed just didn't have the proper video store management skills. It's a demanding job, and honestly, you're probably not cut out for it. In my career, VHS provides the premier method of watching videos.
Shampoo your pet all the way to the tip of its tail.
1, 2, 3.
Wow.
Could I have a glass of water?
If you listen to every word I say and memorize it, you may one day have what it takes to work at Apocalypse Video.
Temporary graphics, but yeah.
Training a new employee can be draining, okay? And that's why instructional videos were invented. Let's watch a few.
Hello and welcome to the amazing world of cat massage, based on my book, Cat Massage. Cat massage is the easiest way to produce a cat smile and is a reliable source for cat giggles.
This video should be called Your Cat Wants to File a Restraining Order Against You.
The sun wheel starts out the same way, walking around the pole.
Some of the most erotic dancing always happens in shoe stores. Not sure why, but it's true.
Then, bring your right leg up like you're a dog at a tree.
Now this cat has his ups and downs. He's called the Yo-Yo King.
Welcome to the Yo-Yo Hall of Fame. You'll notice there's quite an array of yo-yos here. You'll also notice them in my cool outfit.
This guy must be getting laid constantly.
Rockin' the twins.
And there it is. It's the first couple minutes.
Yeah, we could maybe show some more of that down the road somewhere.
Maybe we upload it, or maybe we do an EP, or maybe I don't know.
Yeah, we could do EP mode.
We could actually get the show made.
I know. Yeah, we could. I don't know how legal it is to be showing it, but I guess
we own it.
Probably. Yeah, I don't know what the. I have to recheck the contract on it, but yeah, we could definitely do it like as an EP mode thing for Patreon viewers, and maybe have
Did you see that set? That set is so cool.
Yeah. It was cool to we talked about it. We said what we wanted the set to be, and then just showed up one day at this place near LAX, and it was built. And then yeah, it was really cool. We had special guest Kate Micucci from Garfunkel and Oates, and who else do we have in there? It was
the redheaded woman from The Office.
Yeah,
Kate Flannery.
Kate
Yes.
Flannery.
Yes.
Yep. And who else do we have? Jordan.
Yeah.
Carlos. Yeah, Jordan Carlos.
Yeah, he was in it.
And yeah, so they were all customers who'd come into this video store at the end of the earth that somehow was still in operation, and they would ask for videos, and Judith Friedlander would say, "No, you don't want that. Here's what you want," and they would watch it together and make jokes along with it.
It's a fun little show.
Yeah, it was a fun little show, and who knows, maybe it's not entirely dead.
Yep.
Let's bring on Judah though to watch some more videos with him and talk about his history with VHS. Here's Judith Friedlander.
Let's have him show us his raviolis.
Okay.
Come on, let's see your raviolis. Show us 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 your raviolis.
Hey, Judah.
Judah Friedlander.
How's it going, guys?
Hey, so we met 3 or 4 years ago at True TV because we were going to shoot a pilot, and we had the first meeting, and we were kind of like, oh, we'll see how this goes. And then we realized you were a VHS collector, and you knew about Computer Beach Party, and then we fell in love with you immediately.
Yeah, I got approached to meet on the project, and I was like, yeah, I know who those guys are. I haven't met them before, but I know who those guys are because I know you'd been doing the festivals and stuff, you know, and doing shows. So, and then I can't remember if they sent me Computer Beach Party, like that was part of the. I think that was in the original script. I think was it?
Yeah, I think it was in the pitch.
Yeah.
I think it was in the pitch. So I was like, I said to them, I have that on VHS. I've watched the movie.
Yeah.
I love the movie. I remember when I bought that on VHS.
It was a match made in heaven.
You know.
We bonded later because we both knew the same booking guy and Michael in Edinburgh for the Fringe Festival.
Yeah, and we hung out there.
Yeah, and I remember that I was surprised to learn that you were a soccer player, and you're kind of giving us tips on how to play soccer better.
Yeah.
I have some photos of you and Joe kind of doing a warm-up here. This is
oh, great.
Yeah, there's at the soccer field. And
Yeah.
then
Getting
here's
some
some
stretches
instructions on where on your foot you're supposed to kick the ball.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
right.
yeah. Well, I was demonstrating poor technique right there, but yes.
Right.
Yeah, I actually have some soccer videos on
Oh, do
VHS.
you?
Yeah,
What's
this
that
is.
one?
I still haven't seen this one. This is Richard Harris in The Hero.
I'm not familiar with that at all.
And then there's another one here I still haven't watched. I think my brother got this for me. I heard this one's actually pretty good, I think, with Colin Firth, called Fever Pitch. Another
Terrible cover though.
yeah,
Yeah, let's see
yeah.
that one again.
I mean, it looks like a Porky's type of movie.
Yeah, knowing you were a soccer fan, it just immediately made me think of the movie Long Shot, which is about a soccer star who becomes a competitive foosball player.
Yeah.
They team him up with like this wonderkind, young girl or young woman who is like the real star. He's kind of learning the foosball ropes, but is kind of a prodigy.
Yeah,
And-
I
have you
actually
seen
own
it?
that movie also, and I've seen it twice. And it's a
course.
great movie. Leif Garrett is in it,
Yes.
and it has one of the stupidest. It's one of the stupidest plots and one of my favorite types of plots.
And it has a great opening theme song, which I want to play now. So let's get into
Oh, it is a great song. I love
Yes.
it.
Is that Leif Garrett right there?
Yeah, that's him.
Oh, a foosball glove.
Yep.
And the foosball in the movie is actually really good. The foosball
Yes.
in the movie is really good.
I was just
There's
going to
a
say,
move-
like, that kind of control is
Yeah.
great right there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, no, the foosball is really good. The movie's terrible, but it's great. Yeah.
Look at that control.
Yeah.
Gloves.
Yeah, they all got gloves.
You got to play a lot with gloves.
Now, here's the dramatic final scene. I don't want to
Oh, yeah.
pause it. Go ahead a couple minutes if you don't want to be spoiled at the end of the movie. But they're called the New Huevos. That's the team. And here's the spectacular finishing move.
Is that new
the
eggs?
Yes, because there's some egg subplot in the movie. So anyway, here's the
I forgot
dramatic,
that part.
Yeah,
Wow.
here's the dramatic conclusion.
No
That
way.
move. It's not digital.
What? There's probably 100 takes.
Yeah.
I didn't know
Like,
this
this
was
isn't being played for laughs.
Awesome.
Oh, great.
Awesome.
That's
That's a great
incredible.
opening.
I mean, that's the Karate Kid. Like, that's the Crane Kid.
Yes.
Karate
Yeah.
Kid. Yeah.
And this predated the Karate Kid.
Yeah, it did. It was the template for a lot of 80s sports movies,
Yeah.
probably, I guess.
I know what I'm
You know-
watching tonight. Man.
You know, you did a great thing here because you showed the first minute and the last minute. Everything else is amazingly and beautifully terrible in the movie.
So
Yeah.
I just saw the movie. I just saw the parts.
No,
that
no,
I
I didn't. We didn't give away like
No.
the best parts are in the middle. You got to watch
Yeah.
it all.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
You saw the parts that are legitimately good.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
What did you pull for to watch with Judah here? Joe?
So have you seen? You probably haven't. I mean, I don't know how you would have seen this Dreamstorm. So this is a tape
No.
we've had on our shelf for a long time.
This looked like 90s, not 80s.
Yeah, this is a good call. 1993.
Yeah, I can tell by the box.
Yeah, with that font, right?
Yeah,
like
that's 90s. Yeah.
So Nick and I watched this in its entirety the other day. It's 12 minutes long. I cut it down to about 3 minutes, and
Okay.
we think it's for like a pyramid scheme that they would bring you in. They'd be like, hey, let's make your dreams a reality. And then you can fly on jets, you can fly on planes, you can ride in limos.
So,
and this is the indoctrination video.
okay, so is this like a narrative fictional movie, or is this
little
like
bit.
sort of like an instructional kind of thing?
It's like nothing I've ever seen before, because it is that there's a narrative, but then there's also like dream sequences. It's kind of trippy. There's a lot
There's
of
there's no call to
dictionary-
action.
There's a lot of dictionary definitions. I feel like there's no call to action because then the leader comes out after the tape plays and they say, "All right, well, let's get you started."
So could this be a ripoff of? Because the title seems like a ripoff of Dreamscape, and the font looks like a ripoff of Metal Storm: The Destruction of Jared Sin in 3D, which was a Road Warrior ripoff.
Yeah, I don't know, but
I remember Dreamscape, but yeah, I don't.
And then there was Brainstorm. I think that was another movie. Brainstorm was another movie.
Let's take a look. Here's
Wow, this is
Dreamstorm.
exciting.
Imagine you're in a room being indoctrinated.
Dream. A series of thoughts, images, or emotions occurring during sleep. These kinds of dreams are only a part of your life while you are sleeping. Like most people, we cling to these dreams.
Okay, kids, the burgers are ready.
I can't do it.
Sure you can, son. Just remember the basics we talked about. Keep your eye on the ball, the bat level, swing hard. And you're dreaming of becoming a big league player someday, so stick with the basics.
Okay, I'll do it until I get it right.
What did he say?
I'll do it until I get it right.
Stick with the basics.
Okay, I'll do it until I get it right.
No other takes. No other takes of that.
Can we get a bag of donuts, please? Oh, honey, not today.
Stick with the basics. Stick with the basics.
Okay, put your seatbelts on.
Can we go get some hamburgers
And some French
fries?
Oh, well,
Please.
that sounds like a great idea, honey. What do you say?
Please.
You know I don't get paid until Friday.
Okay, I'll do it until I get it right.
Storm. A serious disturbance of any element of nature. Dreams don't turn themselves into reality. You must act upon them. After the storm comes the reality
Here
of
we
your
go.
dreams.
Upbeat music.
Let's get this party started.
Dreamstorm.
Yeah.
An awakening experience created by a disturbance in the elements of your old nature, caused by a conscious decision to turn your dreams into realities.
According to
Here is what has happened to people just like you that have pursued their dreams.
Good morning.
Good morning. Honey, what day is it?
Friday.
Wow, what a life. I'm really glad we went after our dreams.
Me too.
Hi, son.
Daddy, you playing with my trains again.
Our trains.
Our train.
Boy, these earrings are gorgeous. He's really gonna be surprised. But great, we're all set.
What are you up to?
Just have to wait and see. some storm we had last night.
Yeah. Well, we haven't had a storm like that since the night that I decided to change things.
Now is the time for you to take action and pursue your dreams.
Okay, kids, the burgers are ready.
But Daddy, I just got in.
Aw, honey, come on and get out. We're gonna have all day to play. Come on, we'll eat lunch first.
Dreamstorm. It all starts here.
And that's it.
What is it?
The hell was that?
That was great. You know, if you cut out the narration parts and you just showed the dream parts,
Yeah.
that would probably win like an art film festival somewhere.
That's
you
not
know.
a bad idea. Maybe I should do that. Maybe I should
Yeah.
just cut that and then submit it to some
Submit
art
it.
film festival.
Yeah, submit it.
I know that when we were working on the pilot, one video that you really liked was the McDonald's training video that was one that I
Incredible.
stole from the break room of my McDonald's I worked at in high school. And there's something about
I have a quick question.
Yeah,
Quick
go
question.
ahead.
What was your job at the McDonald's?
I started off working the drive-through, but I got reprimanded, put on probation actually for not smiling enough.
Wow.
And so they moved me back to the grill, vegetarian at the time, but I was cooking meat for McDonald's for most of my tenure there.
Yeah, I worked for Roy Rogers. I worked at Roy Rogers restaurant for fast food restaurant, for 2 weeks. And
What did you do there?
Fry cook.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Did you have an acne problem stemming from that? Because I did when I was on the fry station.
I still have acne, so I had acne back then too.
Yeah.
I wouldn't blame it on that, but
Yeah. Well, I wanted to I know we've shown this on our show before, and you've seen some of it, but what I went through, I went to the original VHS tape, and I cut some deep cut stuff that I don't think we've ever really shown from this tape, so we can
Great.
really dissect the details.
All right.
This
Great.
tape. It's inside and outside custodial duties, so this is how to be a McDonald's custodian.
Before we get started, Chris, do you have any questions?
Yes. What's a McSee?
I'm sorry. That's McDonald's language. You see, McDonald's people are... Well, let me put it this way. Do you know who Ray Kroc was?
The founder of McDonald's?
Right. Well, Ray always used to say, McDonald's people have ketchup in their veins. I guess that says it. You're the new McSee. It's your job to make sure that this McDonald's restaurant is the cleanest place in town.
Wow.
Let's go through the whole dining room routine, starting with the doors. See those smudges on that door? I hate those smudges. Those smudges wreck what would have been a good first impression. You can wipe and you can wipe, but I guarantee you they'll be back in an hour. But don't let that discourage you. Now for my favorite...
Why? That's the most discouraging thing in the world. You just have to do it all over again. I mean, that's very
The problem will never go away.
Exactly. It's the most bleak thing you could even say to a person starting their job.
Wipe and you can wipe, but I guarantee you they'll be back in an hour. But don't let that discourage you. Now for my favorite job, scraping the gum off from underneath the tables.
Here, that's my job.
Oh, good. And when you're finished underneath the tables, take your putty knife and scrape the gum off the floors, too.
No problem.
And be sure to wipe down the trash bin doors and housings as often as possible. Helps keep down the odors.
Yeah. It seems that there are lots of little things to be taken care of in the dining room. Chandeliers, high chairs, pictures, plants, that kind of thing.
The little things. You hit it right on the head, Chris. It's the details. You've got to finesse the details if you're going to see McSee.
Jennifer, have you ever seen McSee?
Oh, sure he's around here somewhere. Come on, we've got a floor to mop.
I'm right behind you.
I didn't edit this weird. This is how it is in the video.
You'll have to spot clean the equipment every day to keep it clean and attractive. And make sure you give it a thorough cleaning at least once a week.
Jennifer, I was just thinking, while I'm at it, I've got my cleaner and my towel. Why don't I clean the signs too? I could start with the drive-through menu board, and then I could do the enter and exit signs, and...
I love it. I love it. Absolutely, yes.
What about the lights? Oh, yeah. What about the lights? What if a bulb is burned out?
Well, by all means, change it.
Okay. Great. Jennifer, I want to do a good job here.
Great.
Thanks for your help, Jennifer. You're a good teacher.
Thanks.
You know, I think we're going to like it here.
We?
Me and McSee.
Come on.
You big lug. We got to meet the guy who played McSweeney, by the way. Last year, we
great.
we tracked him down, actually earlier this year. And it's sort of the height of COVID, so we just briefly took our masks off. But he actually wore the janitor outfit at one point, and here's him with the tape, holding up the very tape that we...
He was such a great sport too. He had a great sense of humor about it. He's genuinely very funny, and he's actually a trained actor. He went to Northwestern. He told us that one of his students, he became a professor, a teacher there. One of his students was what's the guy from Friends? David Schwimmer.
Wow. Yeah, he was great in that, because I tell you, if you watch a lot of movies from the 80s, especially like cheesy ones that are mostly straight to VHS or had a more of a life on VHS than in the theaters, they had that cheesy optimism that guy had, and that's something you just don't see today in movies, where the lead character has this innocence and positivity that's just cheesy today.
Well, he's excited to clean the bathrooms at one point.
Yeah.
It's like, let's go to the bathrooms. We're going to clean the bathrooms.
Yeah, he's thrilled. Yeah, he's thrilled.
Wow.
All right, this next one. We found this one at a thrift store in Colorado. It's called Crystal Sticks. And Crystal Sticks, it turns out it's like devil sticks. It's an instructional video.
I'm glad they spelled sticks correctly.
Yeah.
Is there any other way?
Yeah, if you're cool, that's how you spell it.
Exactly.
This guy's cool. You'll see.
He's definitely cool. So this is an instructional video, and it's one of those where it kind of feels like he's probably making it up as he goes along.
Great.
And then all of a sudden in the middle, there's this commercial for this. Well, you'll see. But there's like an infomercial in the middle of this.
For Dream
video.
Storm.
Great.
For Dream Storm, exactly. All right, here we go.
Oh, this is good. This is already good.
Oh, you're back. Well, I guess I got to work. I'm Bill Vestal here for the Crystal Sticks Video Magazine. Crystal Sticks grew up in the Renaissance festivals. I made the first crystal stick in 1985 in Tucson. I've got my arms easily at my sides with my elbows, plenty of room to move. Tip in the wrist, steady the elbow. Stay smooth.
This is the way that it was edited. Then it went to this woman that's on my edit.
Okay. Well, those were some nice comments about doubles. We call this a helicopter. Tug, push, tug, push, tug, push, tug, push, tug, push, push, pull back, push, pull back. Shove into that, tug back, shove into that, tug back, out, in, in. There, flip, there, flip, there, flip, there, flip, there, 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 there. And carry it the opposite direction. Yes! Oops, everybody drops it. Wow, after all that workout, you can really build up an appetite. About 15 years ago, I discovered something that really satisfied my appetite, and I'd like to share that with you now. It's called spirulina, and it's the #1 ingredient in Green Magic. Check out some Green Magic and watch me make my smoothie. You might get inspired.
I love the cross promotion.
Why not? Making a video?
Might as well make a buck.
This is the first juicing montage I've ever seen.
Green Magic. Awesome stuff. Well, hello again. I guess I want to take this opportunity to tell you a little bit about my pants.
Okay, so that, I mean, that, a lot of out of context stuff there, but there's just so many great lines.
It's great.
I had to, yeah. So that's
the whole thing's great.
Yeah, I mean, that's another one you should watch the whole thing.
The age we're in, I think I think Hollywood in general today has gotten so dull and so boring. Like, if you pitch that as like a documentary series now, you'd probably make a fortune.
Let's do it. Let's do it. There's all these people that we've tracked down in these that have interesting stories. McSweeney and yeah.
I mean, that's why I love so many of these things. It's like, yeah, there's lots of things that are hilariously bad about them, but I think what makes a great video or movie, because if something's bad, it's not interesting on any level, Right. But like all the ones that you guys are into, there's something amazing about them. There's something there, whether it's passion or heart, because otherwise it's not just bad, because if something's just
Right.
bad, you're gonna turn the channel, you're gonna stop watching after a few seconds.
Yeah.
Do you have any other covers that I know you're not at home now, but you have a collection?
Yeah. I'll just show you a bunch here.
Yeah, let's
I
take
have
a
a whole
look.
stack.
And then, Joe, you got some covers to show.
This is a great one. This one's from the early 90s. It's a Bigfoot movie. It's Bigfoot: The Unforgettable Encounter. And this guy has some big actors in it. David Rash is in it. And
That's Bigfoot on the right? Is that Bigfoot on the
Zachary
right?
Ty Bryan was a big kid actor. He's in it.
Okay.
And there's a hilarious scene there's one scene in the movie where Bigfoot is fighting, if my memory's correct, he's fighting a bear. And it's a real bear. And it's definitely a stunt guy in a Bigfoot costume. And there's a moment there where the bear really thinks this is not a movie fight going on, but a real fight. And he flips that Bigfoot, and you're like, oh, this was not supposed to happen.
Bears don't know about movie fights.
Yeah. Well, some probably do, but this one didn't.
I thought it was fighting a real Sasquatch.
Yeah, it was. I mean, you're like, whoa, the guy just got, tossed. Like, it was terrifying. I've only seen part of this one.
I see it from here.
The Garbowsky Shuffle.
Yes, we have.
You guys have
we
that?
have 2 copies of that, actually.
Okay, great.
Again,
Okay.
not to brag. I don't mean to brag.
I think this was a TV movie, this one, but I'm not sure. It's from '85, and it stars James Naughton, who was the main star of American Werewolf in London, and Lindsay Wagner,
Sure.
the Bionic Woman.
Yes, I want
And
that on.
so it's
I
a
want
movie
that as
about a guy, like a white-collar guy who becomes like a big jogger, and he gets really into jogging. But you would never see a VHS today with this kind of a cover. It's like,
And if I did,
are
I
they
would
trying to
definitely
make
pick it
sure
up.
nobody ever sees it?
That's
Clip
that
art
graphic
that-
design. Like,
Yeah.
I want that on a T-shirt.
Let's make a clip art that highlights the tube socks, but not the actors in the movie.
Yeah. This one is great. I just love because it's part of this. This has a lot of big actors in it. And the director was a big director. It's from '75. It's called Lifeguard. But the video is Joan Collins Presents Lifeguard, and that's Sam Elliott.
Oh.
But she's not in the movie? She's just presenting it.
Yeah, she's presenting it. I don't think she's in the movie.
Yeah.
I don't have
I'd
the
like
box for this one.
Yeah.
But this one is called, it's from a company called Mind Vision. And it says, what is it?
Powerful Memory?
Powerful Memory, Mind Vision.
Mind Vision. That's very Dreamstorm. Dreamstorm
Yes,
and Mind Vision.
similar.
Yeah.
Did Joan Collins present that as well, or I guess we
That
don't
was
know.
not a Joan Collins presentation.
That's what
I
we
guess.
should have called our show, is Dreamstorm and Mind Vision. That's what we should have
Yeah.
called our show, and we would have gotten picked up.
And Joan Collins should have presented it. Too.
Yeah, so the Lifeguard movie, part of the selling point here, it says, includes a special filmed introduction by Joan Collins.
Hi, everybody.
And then she
I'm
writes
Joan
here,
Collins.
on the back, she has a quote and says, if more lifeguards looked like Sam Elliott, more women would be in the ocean calling for help.
She didn't actually write that, and that's not actually her signature.
Hey, she's in quotes.
If you ever release a stand-up special on DVD, I want to. If you could somehow have a video introduction by Joan Collins at the beginning.
Yeah, it should be Joan Collins Presents.
Work on that.
Now this, I don't have the box for this. I don't know if I ever did. It's the making of the Dallas Cowboys cheerleader calendar.
No way!
Wow.
Oh, I want to see that.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
This is one I still haven't seen, but one of the things I love about this box is the size of it.
Oh yeah. Yes.
I mean, you see.
Oh yeah,
that.
the protective box. Yeah.
Yeah, where it's it's so much bigger than the actual VHS cassette. This is something called Club Med.
Oh, I've never seen that before.
It's got a lot of people. Alan Thicke, Rita Coolidge. Yeah.
Seems Canadian. I know Canadians.
Yeah,
after
it's
Porky's
a
gotten
Jim
into
Carrey movie, I believe,
Oh, okay.
before he was a star. Yeah, because I think that's him right there.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's definitely
Yeah.
Jim Carrey.
I've
What's on
seen
a
part of
Canadian
that
sex
movie.
Comedy. Yeah. Joe, why don't you show off some of the Bob Klein VHS covers? Because I think Judah will appreciate
Yeah,
these.
this is
Yeah.
total. This is total Judah material here.
Great.
There's this guy in Long Island. His name is Bob Klein, and he's
this is
a
sounding
martial
familiar.
arts instructor, and he does like Tai Chi. He does I think he does a lot of yoga stuff.
Right.
But he makes the best VHS covers, and we have his entire collection here because his covers are so awesome. So I'm just going to show you some of the favorites here. Shaolin Saber, like that's Bob right there.
What's his name? Bob Klein?
Bob
And he's in
Klein.
Long Island?
He's in Long Island, and he
Bending his drapes there, I guess.
is defending his
sword.
grip. Like look at the action
great.
packed, like pressure points.
Great.
On the
Let
face.
me show you my book.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I gotta plug my book because this is related.
Okay.
Okay, so I put out a book in stores, and you can still get it online. It's an instructional and inspirational karate book called How to Beat Up Anybody. And, that's me fighting Bigfoot.
Oh, you're gonna love Bob Klein. Like these are like Bob Klein inspired.
You out Bob Klein to Bob.
Strippers, self-defense.
The whole thing is just a self-defense book.
Yeah, well, I call it self-offense. So this came out in 2010. I released this in 2010. When I was doing 30 Rock, because that show was popular, a publishing company reached out to me saying, hey, we want to do a book. And so they're thinking I'm going to just do, just me talking about funny shit or telling, kind of showbiz stories.
My
And
story.
I have no interest in doing that.
The Judith Friedlander story.
So I was like, well, I've already been working on a book for several years. It's an instructional karate book, and they had no idea what I was talking about. And but I pitched it to them, and they said yes eventually. And so I put out a book that they had no business releasing because their books are celebrity gossip type books.
Right. Yeah.
And so I put out an instructional karate book. And,
oh,
so they
excellent.
had no idea how to market it for the most part, I don't think.
Oh.
Maybe a little bit, but
here's another Bob Klein, practical self-defense, and he's
so I want to read what he's saying. Yeah, it's perfect. Yeah, I mean, that's
fighting a little girl. I mean, that looks like your book right there.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of my stuff was done just with just the plain flash on the camera.
Here's how to spar against Taekwondo. Look at that. Look at that action shot.
Yeah.
Bob Klein's giving it to him.
Yeah, I mean,
it's probably a chapter, right?
Yes, exactly. When I saw that, I was like, yeah, that's Bob Klein.
I have a whole chapter on how to do that.
But look at this. Do you have one like this? Look at this one. Look at
that's
that.
a good one.
Judah, look at this is the best Bob Klein of all time. Chinese yoga.
Amazing.
Bob
Chinese
Klein.
yoga with a Jewish white guy on the front.
Yeah, exactly.
Perfect.
And in that vein, there's a guy who's a former cop from Chicago who put out a self-defense video. It's part self-defense, part how to use a handgun, part a homemade exercise video that's based on how a tiger moves. And I just thought, this is a total Judah video. It's called
I
Tiger.
also love how all these guys, there's not the slightest hint that maybe they're doing any kind of cultural appropriation or,
No,
or
not
white
at all.
splaining or anything. Like zero.
Yep.
100% cashing in.
So here's John Mcsweeney with the
Okay.
martial arts video about. This is his exercise video.
I'm already laughing.
Total Judah video.
Savage beauty. Look at that powerful body. Strength, grace, magnificent form. How does the tiger manage to keep himself at the peak of physical fitness for his entire life? He doesn't lift weights, work machines, perform calisthenics or aerobics.
But he knows karate.
And he doesn't jog.
Yes.
Yet he can tear the head off a man. His power comes from his own exercise system, far different from man's, and also far superior. It is the ultimate exercise system, which I call Tiger Moves. Ironically, when man sets about to improve his health and physical fitness through exercise, he devises systems which lack the simple wisdom of the tiger.
That's our mistake.
Low-impact aerobics has far less injuries than high-impact, as does belly dancing, with its smooth and completely natural moves.
That's his wife. That's his wife.
Oh,
I did some
okay.
research, and she's a belly dancer.
That makes sense. All right, he shoehorned in belly dancing.
This
into
is
that
all
somehow.
amazing. This is amazing.
So here are some of his
Tiger moves. The best and most natural exercise system man can use. I'm John Mcsweeney, and I'm going to cover 7 of these basic tiger moves. Inhale back with tension. Exhale forward. Try to reach for the stars. Reach as high as you can. With tension, great tension. Come forward with great tension. Feel the tension in the triceps muscles. Think into those thigh muscles, the quadriceps, the hamstrings. The next tiger move is the stomach roll. This exercise now from the side, I push down and roll up. Flex, force it down. Come up.
I mean, that body could.
You've just learned in this tape.
What?
That body could be yours.
His
nipples kind of point downwards a little bit. I noticed that about him. And then here's dressed up John Mcsweeney with the outro.
You've just learned in this tape 3 critical areas of life and self-defense. I'll leave you with one thought. It pertains to nations, it pertains to the individual.
Oh, no.
First a warrior, or all else is folly.
And that's where he reveals he's a complete psychopath.
Yeah.
I like how he puts it up there, too.
Yeah, and then a slow fade out. And that's Tiger
I
moves.
found my martial arts instructional ones that I have here. You want me to
Great.
grab them?
Let's take a look.
Yeah.
American Kenpo Fundamentals Volume 1 Stances and Punches. Panther Productions.
Panther Productions. They put out. We have a ton of Panther Productions over there.
Great cover.
They have the best covers. Yeah.
Here's another one. Contemporary Fighting Arts Fundamental Techniques.
See?
Oh, action-packed.
It's going to move some copies. You have a cover like, oh, Sammy Franco again. Look at it.
A Fabio VHS. You probably have this one.
We do have that one, yeah.
You probably have this one.
Yeah.
Little vignettes of like romance novel vignettes.
Yeah, because he put out an album, and that's how I first got it. I got the album. It was a CD. That's hilarious. It's like, slow, sexy music, and then him just saying sexy things. He's not singing. He's just saying.
Yeah.
Hey, beautiful island. Yes. That kind of stuff.
But I love that you went from Panther Productions to the Fabio video.
Yeah.
I could talk VHS for hours with you, so that's why we got to have you back. But thanks for doing this, and
a lot of fun.
I want to thank Joan Collins for presenting this segment today, and
she did a great job.
Yeah. What do you plug some stuff?
I am doing at least 3 times a week my own stand-up shows on Zoom, and it's interactive. It's not like a webinar. It's like, as an audience member, you have the option to turn your microphone on and your camera on, so I can actually do crowd work. I'm doing all new material. I usually do about 70 to 90 minutes, and most of the material is new from the last 6 months, and I usually have 2 comics on before me, and it's basically donation-based. So it starts at $1. So you can watch a 2-hour show for $1. And or you can pay more if you want. It's up to you. I always announce the shows on Twitter and Instagram, which is Judah World Champ, JUDAH World Champ. And I have a stand-up special. It's actually a movie. It's a concert performance film, very differently made. I made it independently and then sold it to Netflix. And that's called America is the Greatest Country in the United States.
I watched that. It's phenomenal.
I watched it. I fucking loved it. It's so
Thank
fun.
you, man.
All right, Judith,
So-
thanks again for doing the show.
Yeah, much love, and thanks for watching, everybody.
Shows your raviolies. Shows your raviolies. Shows your raviolis.
Judith Friedlander, I want to mention, by the way, that he's not like in his home base. in New York. He's like, I think he's quarantined with his parents. So what he showed from his VHS collection was just a small sample of what he has. He has a really extensive collection. So
Yeah, and he wants to unload a bunch of it, so he's going to hand us off some boxes pretty soon. So
oh, good. We could do a
Yeah.
montage of like the best of Judith Friedlander's collection. That'd be
Judas
good.
Corner. We'll call it Judas Corner.
All right, another corner.
Yeah.
What should we get into next?
Let's that it had done it.
That's it. That had done it. Right there.
This is the part of the show where we try to honor requests that people have sent in, and we got a lot this week, including a couple of birthdays. Christopher, his birthday is tomorrow. He loves Excitement Corner. He loves Tedium Corner. And Rachel would like to wish Will a happy belated 29th birthday. She didn't have a specific clip request, but I think we have one that covers excitement, tedium, and just general all-around birthdays.
Yes, exactly. And I think whenever people don't have a specific clip request, this is the one that we'll always play. This is just default. It'll go to this one. We got some stock footage of a guy eating a hot dog. And we bring it out every so often. I think this is a good time to bring it out. And
Special occasions.
Yeah, exactly. I set it to the song Crank It Up by the GTE band. And here's some stock footage of a guy eating a hot dog to Crank It Up.
Thanks to the good folks at Skyboat Video for
letting us air it.
Oh, I hate that fight.
Yeah, I do too. Look at
he
who
just
eats
kind of
like
mouths it.
Look at. Let's watch it slow motion. He like kisses it. But you know what? Here's the thing. I don't think he's handling the
fork.
Because look he looks off and he nods to somebody. Like, you see that?
Right.
Like, I'm ready.
So it's a little bit of movie magic, because otherwise his shoulders might square off too much, or
yeah.
I used to work as a fork man in LA for about 2 or 3 years. So
you cut your teeth?
Yeah.
So to speak. Wow.
My tines.
Cut your tines.
Yeah. All right.
Well, that is a hell of a happy birthday to Christopher and to Will. So happy birthday, guys. There's a couple of requests that have been in the hopper for a while. I know another birthday. Judah, our longtime viewer and often commenter, his wife Teddy wants to wish him a happy birthday. It's today. And I guess he's a big fan of Pudgy Wudgy the Wonder Cat, who's a famous cat from Pittsburgh, who's on the local news a lot. A friend of ours made a documentary about Pudgy Wudgy, and this is one of our favorite clips from it. So happy birthday to Judah.
It's Pudgy Wudgy and the Two-Headed Teenager, coming to a newsstand near you in KD Country. I'm Dave Crawley.
That cat didn't want to wear that.
And that's Pudgy Wudgy. So
I mean, he says he's a fan of Pudgy Wudgy. Who isn't?
Yeah, it's not very
Who
specific.
isn't a fan of Pudgy Wudgy?
I feel like Teddy might not know Judah that well, and it's just kind of like,
yeah, right.
This'll do.
Yeah. It's a safe bet.
And by the way, doubling up on Judah's in today's show.
Oh, so many Judahs, so little time.
Couple more quick things. Scott wrote in and said, some time ago, you showed clip from a husband and wife editing team that did these computer effects. Would love to see more. They're talking about Fred and Sharon's movies. I think in volume 3 of our DVD and touring show, we showed Who Needs a Movie, which was kind of their pitch to be they would shoot a movie for you and do some computer effects. And then they migrated to the web, and I guess maybe 10 years ago, Fred did a rap, and it's very catchy. So I thought this would that had done Scott's request. Have you guys seen Fred's rap?
I haven't seen this one.
Okay, I think you'll be impressed with his science.
I walk the street from front to back, from side to side. It's pretty good. This street has 3 sides: the good, the bad, the ugly. Come and see me, it won't cost you much. Come and see me, come and see me. It's almost free. Come and see me, come and see me. I'm the king of the street.
Come and see me, come and see me, come and see me, and I will see you.
I think that's Kurt Cobain behind him.
Come and see me,
side of town there.
Come and see me, or I'll get you. Come and see me, come and see me, I'm the king of the street. Come and see me, there's nothing to fear. I will see you with great joy for a very small price.
By the way, I edited this way down. It's much longer. I'll just leave it at that.
How long is it, would you say? Like
I'd say
over
probably
under 5 minutes.
I would say about 4.5, but
Okay.
it feels longer.
It's one of those that feels
Yeah.
longer. Yeah.
So Scott, that it done. That's been sitting in the to-do file for a while, and I felt like it was too loud, but that's fine. I think that's how that was meant to be heard.
Yeah.
Do we have time for one more that it
Yeah, let's do one more.
Tom and Kat wrote in and said, "Can you play the opening scene from Line Dancing for Seniors? It's absolutely hilarious," and killed us laughing. They were going to send us this tape called Line Dancing for Seniors, and I said,
yeah, we have 2 on the shelf. I just saw
Okay,
them.
yeah.
I've
So-
never watched it though before.
I hadn't either, so I took it home, popped it in, and let me show the cover here. It's a pretty good cover. This is one of the, I guess this is a third copy we have. So you can see the host here is this really dapper gentleman, and it's an instructional and entertaining video. And I gotta be honest, the intro's pretty good, but I liked the dance instruction better. So I cut a little bit of both so we could see what it's all about. So this is for Tom and Kat.
Turn and touch. Step 3. Forward 3. Kick. Turn to the right and touch. Step 3.
What's their line? It's called line dancing. It's fast becoming a favorite pastime for thousands of senior citizens across the country. At the leading edge of this wave is Dr. Grant Longley. Now, Dr. Longley has been instrumental in the development of line dance techniques since 1960. In fact, he and his wife, Marion, who now live in Venice, Florida, are both active in teaching line dancing.
Oh boy, is that fun.
It kind of reminds me of, oh boy, does that feel good? The Sibian and
Oh boy, does
or
that
the
feel good.
the Venus 2 instruction.
Yeah.
First and most simple of line dance steps. So I step to the right, with my right foot, close with my left foot, put my weight on it, and then I do a step to the right again and touch with my left.
It's almost like Monty Python style, like moving like legs that are cut out. George, you know how to do this kind of stuff. How is this done?
Line.
I think it's just like on that slow motion strobe. I don't think they're actually doing. I don't think they're actually like cutting out.
They just don't seem to be connected to a body.
To the right, you
Right,
step with
yeah.
your right foot to the right, cross behind on the second count behind,
You know
with
what
the
I mean?
left foot, step right again and touch with
no,
the left.
you're right.
Step right and touch, left and touch, right and touch, left and touch.
I just
Or
kinda
step
like that
back.
effect.
It is my hope that this film has
fine
been
with
of interest to you and that you have enjoyed it. I also hope that it has stimulated your thinking about dancing, particularly line dancing.
Stimulated
it
your
can be so
genitals,
good
too.
for you, for your physical fitness, for your sociability, for your fun of recreation.
Line dancing for seniors. Wow. I like the song.
Sign me up.
Yeah.
See all my cowboy friends with the woman by their side.
There it is. Tom and Kat, that it done.
That's it. That it done. Right there.
We are now doing 4 shows a week as part of the VCR Party network. It's almost like a network. It almost is a network now.
Well, that's the dream, is to have the VCR Party Found Footage Festival network where we own all the weird video content out in the world.
Yeah.
Right? I think we can do it, right?
Yeah, I think so. So every Thursday we're doing an EP mode episode. And I was doing the math on this. So this is just for Patreon backers at the $10 a month level. I back several podcasts on Patreon, and you get like one bonus episode a month, or sometimes you get something a week early. We give 4 additional shows every month for that $10 a month. It's a pretty good deal. And if you join now, you have 50 plus hours of bonus shows we've done going back to like 20.
it pays for itself.
That's what I'm
right?
trying to say.
It
yeah.
pays for itself. You actually lose money if you don't sign up for the Patreon $10 thing.
I mean,
Am I getting that right? Is my math right on
that's
that?
what I was trying to say.
Okay.
And like 3,000 people watch the show a month on Facebook and YouTube, and I think we have 300 Patreon backers. So if even like a 100 more chipped in, that could make a big difference in our lives. And we are trying to put out a ton of content, including we're going to watch part 2 of Dark Currents this week. I'm excited about that.
Hey, I want to ask, how's the Elf show going so far?
Yes, we're doing an Alf rewatch show as well.
What night is it? What night is that?
It's Wednesday nights at 9 p.m. And I actually emailed the creator of Alf, Paul Fusco, and he apparently is milling over coming on the show. And what
He said maybe?
Well, I have heard no response yet, but I know he has the email. And we have a writer.
Oh, so that's mulling over the show is no response.
He's seen the email, and we're having a writer from Alf join us in a couple weeks, so it's going well.
George, can I talk to you privately?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, just you and me. How's everything going?
What do you mean?
What do you have to watch? You have to watch Alf every single week. You've never seen an episode.
Oh, I don't
before.
have
Now
to.
you have
I'm just clumsy.
Are you watching? Are you? Because I watch a little bit of some of the episodes, and you look like you're held hostage. You really do.
No. I want to be there.
You do?
I want to be there. Yeah.
Are you enjoying the show?
Yeah.
You know,
whatever Nick says. Whatever Nick says. That's what I think.
You can walk away if you have to. You don't have to do this. You can let Nick have his own little Alf world over there. I mean,
call me later.
What's going on, guys? What are you guys talking about?
We're just wrapping up our conversation here.
Okay,
No,
so that's Willie's Garage every Wednesday night at 9 p.m. George and I are having a blast with that. But back to the EP mode on Thursdays. Dark Currents. We've shown some of this on the show. I think it's divided people, which I think is a good sign.
Absolutely. It's a straight-to-video movie that's very influenced by Twin Peaks, and it's very amateur. I think it's all edited in camera. I don't think they had editing equipment, or maybe they did. I don't know. It feels very choppy. It's like a first-time project for these filmmakers. And I don't know. I love it so much because I've watched it 500 times. But this Wednesday, we're going to watch it with the guy, my former coworker, Jeff, who we watched it like maybe 300 times when we worked at this job. And but I brought a clip. I brought part 3. I've been doing increments of Dark Currents every week. Here's part 3 of Dark Currents. You're going to meet Philly Old Dog and Old Man Knox in this short clip.
Yeah, who is it?
Well, I cooked in. Philly Old Dog.
Mike Jones, you freaking idiot! Let me in! Jones Jesus.
Jones Jesus.
How you doing, man? Phil, how can you afford this? Where are you working now? Well,
I love this shot.
Who's this? It's my girlfriend, Kristen. Don't worry, man. We're cool. I'll help you straighten out your business. I know you're doing more than you're selling. Well, I don't. I thought so, Phil. The deal then, old buddy? Yeah, I guess. Great. Let's do a line to celebrate.
Okay, so this is Jared Preston. This is the other. So he's going into Old Man Knox's house here. I don't know why. I forgot why. Here's Old Man Knox. I think this is genuinely scary.
Yeah.
Like, they got some old man to put a gun in his mouth.
Right.
Read this, it will blow your mind.
There you go. A little sneak peek. That's part 3. I'm going to wrap up next week with part 4.
Oh, boy.
Seance. There's lots of fake blood. It's so good.
We're watching the whole movie, finishing watching the whole thing on Thursday. So, yeah, join us for that. What else? Oh, Saturday morning cartoons. We're doing Halloween-themed ones this week and on actual Halloween day. So for the next 2 weeks, it's Halloween cartoons.
Yep.
I think this week is what? What are we doing this week?
I think Mike Drucker is going to be with us to watch Pac-Man.
You're right. Mike Drucker, comedy writer, and also used to write for Video Games Press. So we're watching, the Pac-Man. I think it's called Pacula.
That sounds right.
Yeah. And so I mean, it's a full week of stuff. Hope you'll join us for that.
I want to end on this. So we showed a ferret video, a couple ferret videos from, I don't know, I think like volume 6 or something. We have like 2 how to raise ferret videos. We played those. Then our buddy Bob sent us a bottle of ferret lax, which is a ferret laxative that you feed to a ferret. Bear with me here. Am I losing you? Oh,
no, I came to grab the bottle of ferret lax as a visual aid here. I had it just off screen, so that's everyone can see that. Yeah.
So Bob sent that. Then I called up ferret lax. I'm going to get into the whole story next week. But long story short, I made a ferret lax commercial with Bob from Hull. He wrote the music and the lyrics, and then I put together the video. Next week, I'm going to try selling this commercial to Ferret Lax, to the actual company. I've become friends with Denise and Lynn. They're the customer service representatives. I'm friendly with them. I think that I have an in. I think that we can actually make some money. And finally, it'll be our ticket out of this hellhole. So here's, we're going to end on a 30-second commercial for Ferret Lax that I'm going to pitch to Ferret Lax next week. So stay tuned for that. All right. That it done?
That it done. By the way, if you want to book Steve's background for a future episode, you can email him at steve@foundfootagefest.com, and we'll be right back right after that.
If we had tried hard, if we had been prepared, we could have done better.
Happy birthday, Pamela. And remember, everybody's a puppet when they're dead.
Papa only wants the best for you.
Marshall's ferret lax will help the bastard smile. Caring for your ferret since 1939. This great tasted paste is a must-have for all owners. Molasses, malt extract, and its artificial flavors. Your ferret lax answers from Denise and Lynn. Don't leave your ferret suffering, so always begin with the best herbal obstruction remedy. Marshall's ferret lax will help the bastard smile. Caring for your ferret since 1939.
When we return, Dr. Selner will complete the bunion surgery.
Yes, those are his pajamas he's wearing.
All right, I gotta go.
That's all. That's it.
Let me see that one.
Rocks are done. Gotta sleep. Bye.
That's it. That it done.
We did our best. If we'd been prepared, we could have done better.
What do you think about Bibra?
About what?
Mine not there for yuck anymore.
Ooh.
That's all I'm doing.
We'll be right back right after that.
And Kurt Polster, the real great guy.